the season has started well and there was a lot of confusion and commotion in the beginning. So how do you think now the situation is and how are you going to better managing it?
See, for the last 7 days we are doing very well. It's only in the first, I think second day there was a surge of pilgrims. That was quite unexpected probably. Now the systems have sort of stabilized. As a result, there is better coordination between the police commands in various places, as well as better coordination between the police and the Devaswam board. Because Devaswam board is doing the spot booking as well as the other booking, so there is better coordination, and as a result there is an even flow of pilgrims into the Sabarimala. They are being regulated at Nilakal, at Erumeli and at Pamba. As a result, the number of pilgrims who are in Sabarimala at a point of time is under control. I think that is the only way to control it. That is the only way to reduce the number of hours that they will wait. You cannot ask them to wait for 8 hours or 10 hours, but by this present arrangement, we are able to handle. For example, yesterday we had more than 1 lakh of devotees, but then it went off peacefully because of this regulation. At this rate, we should be able to contain maybe 1 lakh of people without any kind of problem. The system has stabilized. In a way, the unruly rush which happened on the second day was, I think it's a blessing in disguise, I should say, because we learned lessons from that.
But
then, please.
This reduction in the spot booking, is it causing a backlog?
Not really. The message has gone down that you cannot come to Sabarimala without a booking, either in a virtual queue or you get a spot booking. Spot booking, we are not being very rigid, although the court said stop it at 5,000, but on case-to-case basis you can relax. We have a flexibility. As a result, I think yesterday they had relaxed up to 7,000. So that is the kind of flexibility that is required. So today, please.
Sure. And after you took over your first board meeting today, what were the crucial decisions?
Actually, it was not the first board meeting. We had a couple of smaller meetings. First in the head office and another in Sabarimala. They were all emergency items. But today we had a proper meeting with a proper agenda and all that. Possibly this was the first meeting after we had, or rather I had introduced the new system of agenda control. Like the president should see the agenda beforehand, the agenda notes should be circulated. I think it was a proper meeting which we did. Most of the items were routine items actually, because they were all postponed items relating to schools and colleges. But there were a few items which are relevant for the Sabarimala pilgrimage. One of the major decisions was to change the menu of Anadhnam in Sabarimala, because there was a lot of complaint about the quality, the menu. For example, pulao and sambar was a very strange, weird combination. Maybe north-south integration. So we decided not to proceed with that. Maybe in a couple of days, maybe today we took the decision to change it to the Kerala Sadhya with the payasam, papadam, everything. So that's, I think it's a great achievement, because this is not the money of Devaswam board. This is the money given by the devotees to feed the devotees. So it is a moral imperative that we give them good food. Because if you go to Tirupati and all that, you are really being fed like a real dear guest. You may not be able to emulate that, but at least the quality of the food should be good, the menu should be good. So I have taken special care to see that the menu is good and the service is good. In 2 days' time, I think things will change. The Anadhnam in Pandalam also had some hiccups, that also was corrected. Then another major decision that we took today was to harmonize our activities with that of the master plan committee of the high power committee for the master plan. Because after all, the Sabarimala master plan is, and its various projects are not independent entities. They are all meant to support, to improve matters in Sabarimala, infrastructure-wise. So I think there should be better harmonization between their prioritized work and our priority. Our priorities should converge. So in order to do that, we have decided to have a preliminary meeting with the committee members, excluding the chairman, of course. He's a retired High Court judge. I didn't want him to come to my meetings, but then I've taken his permission to have an informal meeting, not an informal, formal meeting of the board with the High Power Committee members. Thereafter, that will be on the 18th. We took a decision, and on 26th, the High Power Committee will formally meet. At that time, we will present our priorities, and it will harmonize with their priorities. After all, I want the master plan and its projects to be our pillars of strength when we organize the 2026 pilgrimage. The project should be in place. So I'm trying to do a very advanced kind of planning even now itself. So all those preparations are for the 2026 festival.
And how was the morale of the board members after all this?
And of course, we had a very cordial meeting. We had a very cordial